What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I know it has been a long time since I've uploaded the railroad video. For any of you that have not seen the post, and disregard the big mess in the background, I've basically been on the road fishing, practicing, and then working 12-hour shifts for the past several months. And between working 12s, getting off at 2 or 4 a.m. in the morning, and then coming straight here, grabbing the boat, and then going to practice for 10 to 12 hours, and being up for 24, 28, 30, sometimes 32 plus hours. Gets a little tough to make some videos. But anyways, that's not an excuse. That just means I need to get better. But that's where I have been, and things are finally starting to slow down now in the tournament world as far as the big tournaments that I'm fishing. So anyways, this right here caught my eye. FRA links train configuration to 6 derailments. Issues safety advisory. So you know, if y'all have ever heard me talk about trailing tonnage, engineers get ticked off when they have more weight on the rear than they do on the front. And from my understanding, the reason being is whenever they're going up and down grades, you know, they're in their dynamics. When they get to the bottom of the hill and their nose starts to turn up, they'll dump their dynamics, and then they got getting full throttle to get their train stretched all the way out before the rear sits down. And when you have most of your weight in the rear, it's a lot easier for them to catch knuckles. I think that's how it works. And if versus where if you have most of your weight on the head end and it's light on the rear, it's not going to be as much pressure on those knuckles if they didn't get their train stretched out by the time that their rear sits in the bottom. But it's interesting that it's 6 derailments issues. It's on, six derailments for the issues for the train configuration, but I wonder how many it has been overall, and I wonder how many of the past derailments, because from my understanding, BNSF, all your major class ones do the same thing. It's rushing the pullback. It's not properly humping the cars. Instead of actually sorting them out by weight and location, they're just sorting them out by location, and it seems like oftentimes at night your weight ends up on the rear. And that saves time and money in the long run when it gets to building the trains. But let's look here. It says Federal Administration has issued a safety advisory that calls on freight railroads to look closely at how they configure freight trains, saying that train configuration or makeup might have been the cause or contributing factor in at least 6 derailments within the past 2 years. I would argue it's probably way more than that. Freight railroads take into account factors such as placement of loaded and empty rail cars, as well as placement of distributed power units (DPUs) throughout the train and configuring trains. If FRA wants to emphasize significant concerns related to train makeup and to ensure that all railroads exercise due diligence and recognize the importance of taking proactive measures to address potential safety risk. Yeah, that's good. The advisory was sent for inclusion into the Federal Register on Thursday. The advisory comes as FRA, the National Transportation Safety Board, the Board of Rail Industry, and rail stakeholders such as unions, shippers, and rail equipment manufacturers have been grappling with how to bolster rail safety and prevent derailments following a February 3rd derailment in Ohio. Thankfully, it resulted in no injuries, but there's still going to be some long-lasting effects, I feel like, in Ohio. They're going to have a large gray cloud that formed after NS went vented tanks carrying vinyl chloride. We all know about Ohio. Okay, so they're on the freight ways. They're going to talk about Ohio some more. So yeah, that's interesting. I'm glad that they did that, but I would argue to say that more derailments, and there's probably been more people fired or rode up or put out of service for knuckles due to train configuration than anything. And that it's crazy to me how these carriers will pull an engineer out of service for catching a knuckle when they build their trains like they do. I don't understand how they get away with that. Hopefully the unions have, I think I have heard loopholes, or I think I have heard that the unions have been fighting that argument really, really hard with the engineers that have caught knuckles and probably got pulled out of service for that reason. And, it's just, I think the last thing the rail carriers wanted to do was for this right here to happen, but it's too late now. It needs to be done. There's a lot of things that need to be done, in my opinion, as far as PSR and all that stuff. I'm not fully against the PSR deal. There's nothing wrong with scheduling your trains and having them try to leave at a certain time, but you also have to factor in all the possibilities that are out there. And, you just have to study it and then get better. But cutting your bottom end and running on a skeleton crew is not the way to do it. So, anyways, I'm glad. Thank you guys for being back. A short video, but I wanted to get one posted to let you know, guys. I am coming back. I'm going to try to start posting at least one video a week from here on out. I was trying to do 3 videos a week, and then the tournament season picked up, and yeah, I didn't, and then yeah, we went from 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. Now we're working 12s, and so working from 4 to 4. 4 p.m., 4 a.m. So it's tough when I get home, man. Trying to make videos. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. I think I might come out with another series because there's so much crap going on around the rail industry. Probably have that out pretty soon. It's going to be short, digestible content with just my initial thoughts on a situation. So, with that being said, you guys take it easy. Thank you guys for being here. Sorry I have been gone. Sorry about the fishing videos. The one at Wilson is coming. It's just, man, there's a lot of footage to go through. There's a lot of fish catches in that tournament, and I finished 16th overall that day. So they take the top 3 tournaments of your 4 tournament qualifiers, and that places you in points. So I have a 16th, 9th, and a 7th place finish this year, which is great. Puts me 8th in points. And state championship, or a classic, will be May 4th and 5th at Lay Lake. I've been to Lay Lake several times already practicing, and it's been good. So that one is coming soon next, and I'll have to wait to post practice videos and the actual tournament footage after the tournament, of course, because of people that know about. I don't know if they know about my YouTube channel, but they definitely know my logo because of my jackets and stuff I have, my shirts. But okay, I'm done rambling. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. Leave me a comment down below. Hope everybody's having a great weekend or had a good weekend, and looking forward to a good, safe work week. And I'll see you guys in a couple of days. Bye.